What's good, beautiful people? It's your boy Uncle RZA,
Your boy Snow.
and we in the building, man. We talking Battlefield, but not your regular Battlefield, not that broken shit. I don't know, some new broken shit. That's how I feel about it.
The
That's how
possibly new broken shit.
some new broken shit, baby.
I
So,
mean, I don't know, cause right off the back, this new broken shit ain't being done by Dice.
ooh,
I'm gonna take a shot.
oh, yeah. I think that's a valid point to make. So this one's called Hardpoint, right? I guess in the leak.
Which I kind of with the leak, but I want to say this. I believe the original game was called Omaha.
Right, that was what we heard. They said it a million times in the leak, right? In that leaked video.
Right. Right.
Which might have been, I think you hit it on the head earlier today when you said it was probably like an internal proof of concept thing that they were
Right.
showing off. So
Yeah.
Omaha may have been the code name.
Right.
But after I did some digging, I actually ended up on a Battlefield site somewhere that there was like a back alley soft launch on on EA's site, which actually confirmed that the name of this thing was Hardpoint. So
Right. Hardline.
Hardline, my bad. Oops. What the fuck ever. I don't know what the difference is. They gonna have to sell me on this one. So what you think, man?
Uh, let's see. 7-minute trailer. Where did we start?
I guess the concept, right? It's not a
Well,
war thing anymore.
well, yeah. Well, here's the thing. Here, it's a mixed bag. It's basically, 25 to life. Payday, Rainbow Six, Battlefield 2,
Yes.
Special Forces rolled into one.
Yes. I saw I kind of got Rainbow Six from that a little bit. I kind of got Rainbow
Yeah,
Six.
it'll be Rainbow Six, and because they said they got a mode for you, like there's gonna be a mode for whatever playstyle you have, and I get the Rainbow Six type feel and kind of the Battlefield 2 Special Forces kind of feel because they got some things in there like grapple hooks, zip lines that and tasers, which is prevalent in those games.
Yeah.
Not to mention, for first time in a long time, we're gonna have Uzis and sawed-offs in a
Yep.
Battlefield game. So, you know,
There's gonna be a lot of
and
cussing.
right, and that also helps, put the game into a cops and robbers type of feel. Although I wanted to go with SWAT, but
Well, I think
SWAT is
some of those
kind
game
a,
modes, look
yeah,
like they're kind of SWAT-ish, right?
yeah, but the thing with right now, we're not in a SWAT era anymore. We're in a hardcore police, and then there's army,
Yeah.
military. So,
Maybe this will
I
bring
think
it home.
they're playing that dance line, huh?
Yeah. Maybe this will bring it home. But I get
Yeah,
what they're doing here. Like they took pretty much the Frostbite engine and reimagined it and say, you know what? Let's just play cops and robbers.
right.
That's pretty much what it comes down to.
Yeah,
So
and they still said that this is a big game. Maybe it's Bad Company too big, you know what I'm saying, and not like Battlefield 4 big, because they
right,
did say 24 to 32 players, which the 24 part, I'm assuming is probably either gonna be specific modes or for last gen or current
right.
gen, if you
Probably
call it that.
last gen, or you're right, specific modes, depending on how linear they trying to keep the game mode.
Right.
Speaking of game modes, we got about four to five of them confirmed. So
Yeah, I tell you,
start
I know there's gonna be way more than that.
probably if we know these guys, but starting
Well,
from
let's for because it looked like a close quarter thing at first until they got to the second half of that trailer.
right, and that was one of the game modes that they specifically said was open world sort of, or open
Right.
environment. I think was
Yeah,
the
open
phrase.
environment. Right.
Right. So they got one called heist mode to start off with,
hmm
and that's that.
That's That's
I
the
mean,
one with the robbers breaking into a bank, right?
yeah,
To get
to
like
get the
mad
gold.
money. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, that sound like straight what do you call it? Payday, right?
Yeah, and then you gotta get away.
Yeah, I kind of like how that I kind of like how that sounds right there. I could imagine, cause it to me that's straight like it's straight offense and defense. You know what I mean? So you got some really dope tactics you got to prepare for on either side. So I can rock out to
Right.
that.
Yeah, I'm with it.
The second one they mentioned was rescue, which
Mhm.
is the robbers. Pretty much the robbery went wrong, so they got a bunch of hostages in the spot, and SWAT gotta come move in and secure the hostages. So you gotta, again, another
Sounds like
offense
Counter
defense.
Strike, baby. Sounds like SOCOM, baby.
Yeah, pretty much. And I see some
See,
dopeness
now
there
that
too,
right
right?
there, I can't see that being bigger than. Um, I don't know how they're gonna do
12
that.
on
Is
12.
that a
Yeah,
YOLO
it's gotta
mode?
be. Nah, that's gotta be 12 on 12.
Yeah,
It'll get too crazy.
but see, but here, right, but here's actually here's the thing. Gamers are pussies these days.
Yeah,
Like, look at it. We didn't did 2 iterations. EA has taken a bullet twice already. 3 times actually. One is Medal of Honor 2010 clean sweep.
right.
2
No respawns.
2 home run mode, Medal of Honor Warfighter.
No
3
respawns.
right. 3 is the mode on Battlefield 4 that I'm not even gonna name. It ain't happening.
Really? There's a no respawn mode on Battlefield 4?
Son, exactly. Son. Exactly. Exactly.
Okay. So yeah, that may have to be one of those modes
That's
though.
what I want. That's why I want. Like when
Yeah.
H-Hour come out, I'm gonna be all over H-Hour. I want that, and that's why I wanted Patriots to come out. But Rescue, if Rescue's gonna play like around like a Counter Strike or SOCOM, I want that.
Yeah. That's gonna be dope. I see that can be some fun too. Like, you don't want to just put C4 on the corners of the walls where these 2 dudes camping in there with the hostage, right? Because you could probably kill the hostage too. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
it's game over.
Exactly. That is exactly what used to happen in SOCOM and in
Yeah.
Counter Strike when you had the breach walls. Like sometimes people would take the hostages and put them on the breach wall. So
Yeah, that's
'cause
fucked
you
up.
would take them out the cell. Yeah, you would take them out the cell and you'll line them up next to the walls and you'll line them up next to the door so nobody could throw grenades in there. You can't breach or throw a grenade in there. You got to come in and you got to make sure you don't straight hit the hostages.
Right.
It was crazy.
Yeah, that sounds pretty wild, B. That's a dirty tactic.
Shout out to my SOCOM family. H
Green
hour,
up.
H hour. Look up H hour.
Green up, huh? So we
Green up, baby.
there's another one called Blood Money, which is
Mhm.
there's a shitload of money in the middle of the map, and it's just an all-out war for the cops and the robbers to get it back to their safes. So I guess the
It's
cops
basically
trying to get it back
capture
to
the
the
flag.
precinct. Yeah.
No, I
One
wouldn't say
flag.
capture the flag. It's basically steal the bacon.
Yeah, or one flag, capture the flag.
Right.
So
Yeah, one flag in the middle. Steal
This-
the bacon, same shit. Yeah.
this right here, I feel this reminds me of and you used to hear me talk about the original Wolfenstein and for Xbox Live, the original Xbox, and how crazy that shit was. This was one of those game modes that they had. So you had to steal the gold and get it back to your truck. Do you get what I mean? So I'm
Right.
excited to see how this goes because I can imagine the cops got to get the evidence back to the precinct, and the crooks are just trying to get this cash. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
whoever gets there first, and you get halfway back, and then homies got you, and now the shit reset, or they bring it back. Like, however they gonna do it, that makes for
Right.
some intensive ass gameplay right there.
Yeah, and again, we have another, borrowed tactic from Wolfenstein.
Yeah, and I want to see something like you just can't run in where the money's at. Like the cops gotta go to this building to get the keys to open the safe. Meanwhile, the crooks can go to the backup generator, cut the power. You know what I mean? Like make it interesting.
Right.
You can't just run to the
Right.
spot and grab a bag with money. Like nah. I want to see some work here, baby, because with both of those situations, there's a standoff. Half of the team
Right.
is over here trying to get the cops from getting the keys, and the other half of the team is over here the cops are trying to stop the dudes from cutting the power to the generator. You know what I mean? Like this.
Yeah,
That's the type of like
that would
objective.
turn it up a bit.
Yeah, that'll be those matches will be like 40 minutes straight up. You gotta fight for that.
Which is all in fun, so I wouldn't care.
Right. I read somewhere there's a team deathmatch, of course. Duh, obviously, right?
I mean, you know, bastards gotta have team deathmatch, you know.
Everybody but Titanfall has a team fucking deathmatch. Okay.
In a game about Titans, pilots want to have a team deathmatch.
Come on, son. I deserve the right to jump over shit.
Whatever, man. Don't forget about the other one.
Yeah,
Hotwire.
The Hotwire. Yeah, I saved that one for last. This right here is the I call bullshit 2.0 on this, because I get what they're saying. You know, they sold it like, yeah, no battlefield's complete without vehicles, and the premise of this one is this an all-out vehicle warfare. You know, I guess picture one of the other modes, but you're in vehicles trying to stop the other team from getting the objective. Okay, but they're showing off muscle cars, motorcycles, trucks. Like, what does that drive like, B? Where those driving figures come from? I don't think that's gonna be fun.
So here's where I'm going to jump off the rail with you on this. I happen to know a couple of things. One is tactical intervention, which is the dude who helped create Counter-Strike. He has been trying to launch a game. Actually, he may have launched it last year, March of last year. And he had a sequence in there where it was pretty much a car chase leading up to whatever, where motherfuckers hop out the cars and then you'll do it. But it's like a long car chase of basically whatever the mode is. You know what I'm saying? And it looked, in theory, and from what I've heard and people who were part of the alpha, like it was really fun. So your beef though, and my beef is we both played Battlefield 4 a little bit in the campaign, and
Right.
driving the cars in there ain't no driving a car. Like, that shit's horrible.
Exactly.
Like, let's be real. That shit is terrible. And I think Battlefield 3 was too. But here's the trick up the sleeve. There is a group within EA's walls called Ghost Games. They created Need for Speed Rivals.
Right.
And at one point, they were rumored or speculated to be given a helping hand out on an untitled Battlefield product or an untitled shooter game.
Okay.
And it's possible that these guys helped out with that, because this is a vital piece. And they've already worked with the what's the name? With
the Frostbite.
With the Frostbite 3 engine.
Right.
Which, for me, I thought probably maybe Criterion would have been behind it, but Criterion, I don't think that was really the Criterion game, which was my favorite Need for Speed game, Most Wanted. I don't think that was under Frostbite, so you know they may have a trick up their sleeve.
No, it was. It was. The last two Need for Speeds were on Frostbite.
Okay.
If I remember correctly.
Oh,
But I see what you're saying, though. But here's my thing. This game had to have been developed in the last year and a half. You think that's enough time for them?
Years.
Nah, can't be. You think it
last,
All right, so let me rock with you. Is that why Battlefield 4 sucks?
No, because Visceral Games have nothing to do with Battlefield 4. The reason why I think it was developed alongside and they started late, because all hands on deck had to be for Frostbite to get Frostbite 3 engine out. And I think these guys got like a later kit than what DICE had to work with, or than what Ghost Games had to work with. So, you know, again, if you look at the footage, it looks very, in PC terms, it doesn't look like ultra, it doesn't look like medium, that shit looks low.
Yeah, it looks real low. Yeah, it's definitely what we saw is definitely an early.
Yeah, it's like low, like a proof of concept thing. and they can just go back and keep the longer, like what Drive Club said, the longer they take, the more
Right.
levels of polish they could put on the game, more paint. Um, so
Okay.
yeah, that's my little take on that.
All right. I wouldn't be surprised if this game looks better than Battlefield 4, by the way.
No, it should be. It should. It
Especially
really
when
should,
you.
unless Visceral loses their way with the lead they've been given. So
Nah, I feel like when you take Battlefield 4 and you scale it down to like 50%, now you can
right,
polish it a little more. You know what I mean? You don't need all those resources over this sprawling environment. And
and that's true.
I think it'll look hands over fist a lot better than Battlefield 4. I'm excited to see that. And they're keeping the damage. The damage looks like I expected this game to be more of a Medal of Honor type of thing where they kind of dialed down the destruction.
That's what I wanted.
But it looks like they actually dialed up the destruction to like a Bad Company level. So that's
Yeah,
pretty
and maybe
pretty
even more.
interesting.
I think he said something about probably the most destruction that they've had in a while.
Exactly. Yep.
So I think it's going to be a little higher than Bad Company 2, which Bad Company 2 was great. And what I'm expecting is, remember the map on Battlefield 3 where we discovered you could shoot the top of the building in the alleyway and you just, rocks over everybody, kill people with rocks.
Yeah.
Being that it's an urban, these places are like urban. But
You think there's a lot of that?
There's going to be a lot of stuff like that. So more destruction on a Battlefield, on a Bad Company 2 level would be great.
Yeah, that'd be dope, man. We got a peek of the weapons. Standard shit. There's some dopeness in there, like you mentioned, the tasers. You got batons, bats, grapple hooks, and it's a
little
weird.
bit of bat vision,
Yeah.
some scanners.
I kind of like it, man. They got like some cameras you could toss all over the place. Perhaps toss it in the room, see what's going on. I like it. The classes seem very similar to what we saw in Battlefield before. They got some syringes.
One of those menus that look like the Battlefield 4 gun menu seems to be dressed up a little bit more with instead of like those little line charts, like kind of like pie charts.
Yeah. I peeped that. I don't know. Let's see. I guess this is an interesting direction to take first-person shooters because we're so fucking tired of the war shit, man.
I mean, I've been tired of it, but the problem is the consumers. It's the consumers.
Yeah, they keep buying it, and
consumers.
they're not gonna stop making it.
The other thing about this one, it may give some kind of vertical gameplay too once you start adding grapple hooks and
Oh yeah, it's gonna be annoying.
And I mean, no, it actually might save some of the issues because there's not a time where we play Battlefield 3 or 4 where some a-hole is somewhere he probably shouldn't be. Now you can just grapple hook up there and go get him.
Yeah, that's true. I feel you on that one. That's a good point. That's a good point.
Speaking of the vehicles, again, we didn't see no tanks or anything, so I think you're gonna be a happy camper with that.
No, I'm not, because there's still fucking attack helicopters and A-10 Warhogs. Like,
But
where the fuck does the police force get an A-10? Come the fuck on.
I don't think it'll be that official. I think because we don't really get killed by birds. We don't really get killed by the little birds. I mean, there's some nice
but
people
there's
in the birds.
helicopters running around. Unless they make that shit like a kill streak, man. What the fuck?
Nah, I think they'll probably water them down to like the not the attack chopper, but like the one with the gunners on the side.
Nah, we saw that. There's images out there of them already.
No, I meant the what's the name? Like the power of it.
Oh, I got you. Or make it harder to shoot or something.
Yeah, something like that. I don't think it'll be too crazy.
I could rock with it.
I mean, the tanks is really the issue, and then
the tanks was always my issue.
Right.
I like the direction though, cause like I said, it gives a like I'm all for Battlefield's physics and shooting, you know what I mean? But just give me a new direction. Like I'm just tired of the war shit and the fucking large scale warfare is so dope, but we're going on like 8 years straight now.
Yeah,
You know,
but
let's bring it home. Let's bring Rainbow
I
in.
want another close quarter game, man, because man,
Yeah.
Battlefield 3 close quarter mode was on and popping. It showed you the real power, the real thing that it could do if they wanted to
Oh
close their
yeah.
game down.
Oh yeah.
And that was just a preview because we didn't really get that. You didn't really get that on Medal of Honor Warfighter because they kind of altered the system for the new way that they were going to play.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you know, to me that was kind of a lost opportunity. But so they mentioned the campaign. I know you don't really give a shit about it, but someone's probably going to.
You are correct, sir.
The reason why I want to bring it up is because Visceral Games, who is doing this, also did the Dead Space series. And you know those guys. I don't really mess with Dead Space like that, but I have pretty good amount of friends that do, and we always talk campaigns and writing and stuff like that. And none of them beef with Dead Space writing. So the thing about Omaha, as they keep calling it, when they first show you the in the trailer, when they first show you the campaign, it says on the last episode of Omaha. So that means that they're doing it in an episodic type way.
True.
Like if it's a TV show,
yeah,
like The Shield or something like that.
They mentioned cliffhangers too.
Yeah, cliffhangers, and they mentioned something about like the type of writing or talent or something like House of Cards, and they had the dude. They had one actor that I recognized. I'm pretty sure it was 3 recognizable ones, but I recognized the light skinned dude. Shout out to Team Light Skin motherfuckers. We coming up in the world, son, video games. You know, they had him in there, and then they mentioned something about the enemy AI being really smart, which comes for me with a big asterisk because every time we get that, we get the same bullshit that we always had. So enemy AI is always an issue. And then you know they said that the freedom of how we play the game in open spaces, I guess they're trying not to bottleneck you, so that way you can play how you want to play it. So if you want to go in guns blazing and just do what you do, that's fine. But if you want to be stealth or just snipe, you can do that too. And again, everything that's that's supposed to be on the multiplayer is supposed to be in a single player. So all the grapples and stuff, all the destruction and evolution. You know, so that's pretty good. And as far as the story goes with the writing, you know, it seemed like it was like a Miami detective. I think he had like a cliche name like Mendoza. Shout out to anybody who watched Shame. Low Down Dirty Shame. TV drama type shit, so you could see he's gonna be some cheesy shit in there. And it seemed like it was like his old partners or something, that they found some, I don't know, like $10 million of cocaine and was running across the country. Like they went AWOL or some shit like that.
That'll work if they give it that Battlefield-esque comedy cheesiness to it. You know what I mean? That Bad Company. I'm sorry.
But that's what I was gonna get to. It'd be so dope if they give the Battlefield 2 characters an opportunity. Sorry, not 2. The Bad Company characters, at least 1 or 2 of them. I'm thinking 2 of them because they were really close. You know, an opportunity to appear in this game.
Yeah.
Like that'd be sick.
Yeah, the fans will eat that up. Battlefield dudes will eat that up.
Right, because you know we already breaking a law right now, because technically this is 2 back-to-back Battlefield games.
Right.
And I mean, yes, the first time that someone other than DICE is working on a Battlefield game, but if both of these games are going to be on a large scale, then we're on a Call of Duty model where you have to use the Battlefield name to sell your other fucking game, else it's not going to sell, and you're going to make them both large games. So, you know, I'm going to tell you what, right off the bat, it stops me from buying premium. I'm telling you that right now. I'm not buying premium. No premiums.
You ain't with it?
No, because before premium, I can get 2 years.
Yeah.
I had content for 2 years. Like, I was telling somebody this the other day. Battlefield 3, we got the Back to Karkin maps like later, and then from Back to Karkin to, I think it was the close quarter shit, was like in June. I think Back to Karkin was February and March, and then it just dripped out from that point on. The game went 2 years before we bought another Battlefield game.
Right.
And if you guys are gonna do this time around, well, we had this. Even the game was broken, but look, it's not even what is it, 6 months? It's not even June yet, and we got damn near three multiplayer DLCs already.
Yeah, but they had to do that to make everybody happy, though. That's why they kind of rushed it. And I feel like I see what you're getting at.
I think that schedule was going to be this. I think that schedule was going to be the same regardless, because they were shoving that shit down our throat pretty quickly.
But I feel like this game,
like the game wasn't even out that
different.
long. You guys had it a week late, and it felt like y'all had got new multiplayer maps. Remember, because y'all got it 2 weeks early, so it felt like y'all had China Rising. And the game wasn't even out yet. Like, I was still learning the maps, and I already had to jump on you.
Yeah, I never even played those China Rising maps, to tell you the truth.
Because the game is unplayable, that's why. The maps is dope, though, by the way.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to this Hardline thing, man. I feel like it's as fresh as we're ever going to get in this first-person fuckery world right now.
I mean, I'm down. I just kind of want. I need a close quarter shooter under the. I wanted a close quarter shooter under this Frostbite engine.
Yeah, we're gonna have to let go of that Medal of Honor. Rainbow Six. I don't know what Ubisoft is doing, and after the performance with Watch Dogs, they can take their fucking time with Rainbow. I don't want to see it till it's right. So.
Nah, the market's not ready for Rainbow, man. The market is not ready. The market might not ever. I mean, maybe if this cops and robbership pans out, it can help. Yeah. The market just can't handle that right now. Rainbow Six. If Rainbow Six goes the route that even Ghost Recon Future Soldier did, or even worse, SOCOM 4, it's a wrap, son.
Yeah.
Tom Clancy would probably roll over in his grave. God bless that man.
Yeah, I hear you. Anyway, leave us some comments, man. We really want to know what y'all think about this Hardline shit. Hopefully you get to see the trailer. I don't know what we're gonna do. I want to put the trailer up on the video, but Ubisoft will probably call us like, yo, my man, take my shit down. EA. Or I mean EA. Oops. Oops. What you think, Snow? You think we should be brave and just throw?
Nah, I think I can find an article where someone used their player, and I'll just give you the link and let them go deal with it if they really want to see the trailer, man.
Nah, son. We going balls to the walls, son.
Alright, whatever.
Going balls to the walls. Fuck you, EA. You don't own shit around here with your leaked trailers. Anyway, leave some comments, y'all. Let us know how y'all feel about it. Y'all with it? You not? You think it's fresh? You think it's lame? Let us know, man.
Alright, boys. I'm out.
Peace.